Welcome to another episode of Road to Miss Universe Zambia 2025. The girls have taken a trip to the tourist capital, Livingstone, and while there, a very interesting conversation began between them and the organizers as some concerns were raised. Let's get straight into it.
Kunda, Mercy, what time did I say you should come downstairs? And what time did you get here? Why?
I was having a problem putting my makeup on.
Whose problem is that? Didn't I say you guys can just come down with your own makeup? The same makeup you had? Because we didn't have time? So people should wait for you because you couldn't do your makeup on time. Mercy, what excuse do you have? What was wrong with your hair?
I had to put gel and then I had to...
So people should wait for you because you want to do your hair and all that. I was very clear, right? I said 13, all of you are seated to have your lunch. And some of you took your time, 20 minutes. You didn't even tell your coordinator. You just had to take your time. They'll wait anyways. And they waited for you, right? Did you even have courtesy of saying sorry?
Yeah, I said sorry to Joachim.
Joachim is not you guys, your friends who were hungry and they were waiting for you. Did you have time to say sorry to them? When you don't listen, it's also part of disrespecting people. And it's not nice. Moine, I've had a few complaints and I've been watching you. So I really want to know, are you special or do you want to be treated special? Is there anything that we need to know? Is there a way we should be treating you that is best for you? You had an argument with the makeup artist. Yes, you had an argument. Melba called you and told you to take off your makeup. Did you take off your makeup?
My makeup was removed, but my face was not removed.
What is makeup? As far as I know, makeup is your best, right?
I was running short on time, so she redid everything but my face.
You're not running short of time. You were not. I was at East Park Mall when your makeup was being done. I had 5 girls at my apartment doing their waxing. Am I wrong? So what time were you running out?
I got my nail fixed and then my nail broke again.
You're not hearing what I'm asking you. I said you said you're running out of time. But I was at East Park Mall doing something when Melba clearly asked you to take off your makeup because we have a sponsor that is doing makeup. You got there and you had a mini argument with the makeup artist because she came and reported and your friend saw.
I even agreed. I said I'll take off my brows because it looked very different. So I said I'll remove my brows.
Who else took off the makeup when Melba said take off your makeup?
Who else did I ask to wash their faces? And they actually did.
I think some of us went to different makeup artists and then we were told to come back, so we came without any.
So you didn't do
I
your
told
makeup,
you
you
to
had
wash
to
it
come
off,
back.
right?
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah,
When was your makeup any special? Was your makeup any special that you couldn't wash it off?
No. My base was already done, but I removed everything else.
I said wash it off. Do you understand washing?
I didn't have anything to wash it off. I just
It's
removed
okay.
it with
Mercy.
baby- I just removed it with baby wipes.
Mercy, you had a complaint about not being spoken to well when you were having dinner. Can you please stand up and tell us what that was about?
It was about taking pictures. When I asked me to take pictures of her, and the way she was persistent and trying to make it look like I need to take pictures of her when she doesn't take pictures of anyone and she doesn't want to take pictures of other people or help other people. So I just told her like, oh, I'm hungry, can I just eat? And then I'll take pictures of you. I have no problem taking pictures with her, even if she doesn't take pictures of me. But just the way she was so persistent, and I think you got upset about that, and the way you walked off, because I said, oh, I can't start walking back that side to take pictures of you when I've left my food unattended and I'm so hungry. Can you just wait?
Thank
So
you.
that
Sit
made
down.
me so
Mama Cow.
uncomfortable.
Stand up. Lemononga. Where's Lemononga? What happened this morning?
It was yesterday.
One can talk.
It was yesterday in the evening. Gila posted in the group saying, I don't know who left. There was a hairbrush and Patience's sunglasses at the poolside. So we went to her room so we could get the brush. That's the only hairbrush we had. Then we kept on knocking and knocking. But when it opens and we asked, where's Gila? She's like, she's in the bathroom. We're like, can we come in? She asked Gila, are you expecting anyone? Are you expecting anyone? She couldn't really let us get in to get the brush because they weren't expecting to see anyone at that time when we just went to get the hairbrush.
For the lipstick when we're having swimsuit,
Yeah.
so my lips were dry together with Miriam's. So we asked Mwene for her lip gloss. Then she said she doesn't share lip gloss. Miriam asked to say, can we put the lip gloss on the hands, like the finger? She still refused. I don't know if she said it would contaminate or I don't know, but she used a certain word. So she refused to help out when we are supposed to be helping each other as sisters. So I wasn't happy about that.
Miriam, do you remember what she said? Can I? Okay.
I do remember saying something like that, but then I understood her because at some point I was like, maybe I'm getting in her personal space because everybody has had their own things and maybe she prefers, everybody has got a way they keep their things to themselves. So it didn't really get to me that much. I felt bad a little, but then I realized that she's human and obviously she's got her boundaries. So it didn't get to me that much. But I did feel sad, but I realized that those are her personal things. She would share if she wanted to and she wouldn't if she doesn't want to. So I realized it's her setting her boundaries and I respect that.
Gila. Please stand up. Gila, you did say that you know how to handle certain situations and certain things don't get to you, but you were not happy about certain things. It doesn't bother you. We do understand. You made it clear to us that it doesn't bother you because you're just, you're trying to understand her and because you don't really know her. But you did raise certain things. What is it that you're not happy about?
So the first time that we got to the rooms, the room is shared between me and her, but she unpacked all of her stuff that covered even the small area where I could get dressed from. So I spoke to her about it and asked if she could just keep her space and put all her things on one side so I can have some space, which she actually did. And then last night, she prefers sleeping in an AC, but I have health issues when it comes to sleeping in ACs. But I had to sleep with the AC on because I understood that we're sharing. So that's something that I wasn't really happy with because in the morning I think I had complained to some of the ladies here that I actually have a dry throat and feel like I'm coming down with a cold because of the AC. And then in the bathroom, she wanted to wash her face, and which I'm like, okay, you can wash your face, which she did, but that was the time that we were supposed to get ready to come in our bikinis, and we had very little time to get ready. But she took time, and I do understand that she wants to have the bathroom to herself for her privacy, but I feel like she was very inconsiderate with the time that she spent in the bathroom, and I actually spoke to her about it.
How about the dress? We had spoken about who did not hear me say do not come with chitenge dresses. Please, if you did hear me say do not come with a chitenge dress or whatever chitenge outfit, who didn't hear me? Who did not hear me?
Obviously not me. Yeah.
When are you in the group?
I am in the group, but my number wasn't working. I didn't have service. I even asked Queen to add
Were
me
you
on
not
the-
told this morning
I
to
asked-
say, no, were you not told by anybody, any of your girls, to say you cannot wear this because it was addressed in the group?
Yeah, I was told
And
that
then?
it was not required. Like, chitenge outfits are not required. And I asked Mr. Capasso this morning as well.
Okay, and what happened? Did you respect what we wanted, or you still went on and did what you wanted to do?
No, he said I asked him, am I allowed to wear this or is it not required? He said it's not required. I asked Mr. this morning. 'Cause
Before
I
you
wasn't
left your
sure.
room? Before you saw Kabaso?
No. As soon as I saw him, I asked him.
Before you left your room, didn't Gila tell you you can't?
No.
She did not?
No, she said it's not.
Gila, you did
It's
not?
not required.
I think you have to be honest. You set the dress on the ironing board, and I had told you, Mwene, we shouldn't wear chitenges. And you actually said, oh yes, they actually mentioned that.
No, I did not say
You
that. Please
did.
do not lie.
No, you're lying, Mwene.
No, I'm not.
You
It's
are.
okay.
I'm a very honest person. I wouldn't lie.
Oh wow. Okay, good for you.
Am I allowed to reply? Is that
Yeah, no, you are allowed to
okay?
reply.
I mean, that's
You
quite a lot
are.
of points. Okay, where do
No,
we
you
start?
You can start anywhere. I think we've pointed out a lot of things, so you can start wherever you want to start from.
Okay.
And then we had a little situation yesterday at the pool. The little girl that came through saying she came to meet us and she wanted to take pictures with us. So she requested that I ask Mwene to come and take pictures. So I asked Mwene and she just turned and said, sorry, I'm trying to save my battery. Then I looked at her trying to give her a sign to say, this is a fan. She wants to take some pictures with us. I said, really? Then she says, yeah, and she walks off. And I feel we should treat the people that are supporting us in a better way. She's a child and she just needs pictures.
Is that the last one? Do I have chances?
Yeah. Well, if you want to say something, you can, because I do have a lot to say. I've been watching you. Don't talk to me like that. Melba. Melba asked you to clean up, or rather mop, when you guys were cooking at the house. And you told her you can't touch her mop because it had blood. And because you saw it more blood, so you can't touch the mop because you're vegan.
I asked for gloves. If I had gloves, I would have cleaned it.
Was that the reason why you were using wipes when we went to the charity work?
No, oh my gosh, no. I was using wipes because the boy had some mucus. So I was cleaning his face.
Okay. Are we okay?
Can I respond?
Yes, please. You can
Okay.
stand up and respond.
I feel like I need a notebook. I wasn't expecting all of that.
You don't need a notebook. If there's something that you can answer, you can just answer. I'm not having a notebook because I've been seeing you.
You're fine. Okay, what was the first point? So with the makeup, I will say yes, I did remove my brows. The only thing I didn't remove was my base. I did want to save time because my nail had broke twice. So I was running around the whole day. I didn't want to be shouted at for being late. What else was mentioned? I don't remember having an argument though with the makeup artist. I know she said.
Who was there when
even-
she was taking makeup? Who was with
I
Moine
think
when she was
Helen.
taking makeup?
Oh,
Please
sorry.
stand up. Dola, stand
She
up.
wasn't there. Helen was
Dika,
there.
you can.
Helen was next to me when I was at the
Helen,
makeup.
you can stand up. You can stand up too.
What was I saying? Yeah, when we're getting our makeup done, I was waiting for Helen because I told the woman, I said, I can clearly see she did a really good job on the eyeshadow. I was like, could you do my brows as well? I didn't remove my brows, so I asked her, I said, do you have anything to remove the makeup? She said, I've got baby wipes. I used the baby wipes, had my brows redone. I think you were even there actually when my brows
I
were getting
wasn't
redone.
there.
I saw a clip on your
I saw
story.
you guys when all of you were having your makeup. I only came to get content.
Yeah.
I was there.
When you were making content, that's when I was getting my brows done. But prior to that, I was there earlier with Angela and who else was there? Kutemba. And she redid my base, my blusher, basically the whole face. Yeah.
Was there any back and forth with the makeup artist?
No, the time that I was there wasn't anything like that.
That's why I was very surprised to hear there was an
They were
argument.
actually having a soft conversation.
Yeah, I actually liked my artist.
So with her honesty, I was there because she was seated on the chair before my seat. First and foremost, she didn't wash off her face. She just reduced her.
She didn't see me before I had my
makeup
makeup
artist
done.
told her the blush was in her hair. So she just went and reduced it a bit and removed her eyebrows. That's all she removed. The eyebrows, although she didn't move them much, and then they started having conversations with the makeup artist because she found it difficult to work with her face because she kept on telling her, no, don't do this, let me do this, use this.
No, she wasn't there when I was initially there. When I was initially there, Katemba was the first person I saw when I was getting my makeup. She actually saw me when I removed my brows when she already did my base. What else is mentioned? Sorry, do you have a list of the people that mentioned things? Because I forgot.
Are you trying to tell me everything
to address
that
the issue? Oh, sorry.
Everything that is being said here, everyone is saying
It's inaccurate.
a lie.
It's inaccurate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's why I want to address it because I don't. It's not fair to lie on someone and try
Everyone,
to demean their
no one
character.
has said it, including myself.
Yeah. I think it was a I don't want to call you a liar at all.
No. It's okay. You don't have to. It's okay. We're not policing you. Okay?
But I have to stand up
But
for
at the end,
myself.
oh no,
Yeah.
you are. You're actually doing that. You know? This is a pageant. You have to work with people. You do understand that?
Yes.
Even when you win, you have to work with different types of people. Some, below your standards. And we live in a very small country. Majority are poor. And they want to be spoken to a certain way. They don't like people looking down on them. That's a pageant. But if somebody says, you said, oh no, don't use my lip gloss because it will be contaminated. Oh no, I can't touch your mop Melba because it had a little bit of chicken blood, not human blood, chicken blood, Oh no, I can't do this. Oh no, you can't. How are you going to work with people? How are you going to work with people? When you missed the sashing ceremony, which I understand because you changed your date. I don't know who you communicated to. You're always the last person to read the WhatsApp messages. Always the last
because
person.
she has her WhatsApp group muted. It's not that important to her.
I mean, you came to the gym in the morning when I had sent a message. Immediately, you guys left the gym, right? I said, the girls are tired. I think let's cancel. We'll do it on Monday. You went to the gym because you didn't read the message.
I didn't see, it was sent at 10 p.m.
Do you know how many
I didn't see it.
times we've sent messages in the group and you've never read?
I have read them, but I must have. That was genuinely
You're the
what I
last one.
missed. I don't think I'm always the last one, but I've got
You're
a new
always
number.
the last one. When we send messages, Moile, please don't argue.
I'm not.
We are all in the group. When I send the message, I can tell who was the first person to read and who was the last person to read. Even when I was in the USA. I've asked you several times, why are you not to the gym? No, I've got my own personal trainer. How many of you have your own personal trainers?
That wasn't my reason for not attending the gym. Sorry, can I correct?
You're the only person that, come up with excuses about work. Who doesn't have a job here? Who's jobless here? How many of you have a job?
Yeah, and I also work in 3 time zones in China, the UK, and Zambia.
So if you
To
know
afford
that
the
your
budget.
life is that occupied, do you think this is the thing that you really want to do?
Because God told me to.
God told you to, but also God told you to be disrespectful towards people that you're working with?
That's why I wanted to address the issues, the points.
There's no need because you've already told everybody is lying, isn't it? So if
it's-
everybody's lying, why are we addressing it?
Because it's demeaning my character.
It's demeaning to
Yeah,
your character. I've
to
said the
lie.
lie, I wasn't there. You are sharing room with Gila. Everything she said is
yeah,
a
can
lie.
I address that as well? Yeah.
Melba, everything she said was a lie. It's a lie. I mean, everybody.
Can I address? Okay. So with Gila,
You've never done modeling, right? You've never done a pageant.
I've never said that. This is my 4th competition.
Okay.
Sees it. Mary, you wanted to say something?
You need the phone?
The time we had the cookout, I think the instructions clearly stated we're supposed to wear the Jalum t-shirts, black leggings, carry your chitenges, and have sneakers on. I think Mwene wasn't in her sneakers. She had heels on the whole time. And she kept saying it's because they are comfortable. That was her reason.
You didn't? Okay. So for that point, I can address that since we've just mentioned it. I did misread for that one. I did actually misread the message. I read it at 4 o'clock because I wasn't sure. We were told the call time at 7. I was up since 4. I completely missed the sneakers, but I got everything else. Can I address Gila, my roommate? Didn't mention at all that she had any sort of health. I actually have asthma. Did not mention a thing about having an issue with AC. She even asked me, should I keep the AC on? I said, yeah, you can keep it on actually because it gets quite hot. She did not say anything at all about health. And even as a scientist, I'm very sensitive to health issues. I'm a humanitarian. So it was very disappointing to hear a lie from someone you just slept next to. What other points were mentioned? There was the makeup. Sorry, can you just mention if you had something that you just said so I can address
Ladies, you have... It's okay, Moni. I think you said enough.
At least before?
Yes.
Just for 2 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
Can I just address something?
Yes.
I think just because people don't talk about certain doesn't mean that they are stupid. For 70% of girls who seated here, for saying something that you've done, and then everybody, 70% of these girls seated here, they've said you've done something.
You're not being friendly.
You're not being friendly with these
You're not
girls.
being kind.
They're not being kind.
Moine, you're coming out as if you are above everybody. You're not treating... Stop shaking your head. Because I wasn't going to have this conversation if none of them came to me to complain. All of you are the same. Nobody is special here. Nobody is my favorite Melba's Kawasas. All of you are same. If something is beneath you, why do it? If you look at these girls and you feel like they're not on your standard, why are you here?
I actually came here to make friends.
But have you met any friend?
Yes.
Who? Helen?
Yeah, Helen, Miriam, Paris, Angela, many.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
But it's very disappointing, especially I think the most disappointing is Gila. But I've also heard,
And she's your friend and she said she was being diplomatic about her answer. Maybe because you guys are friends. Did you hear what she said? She said, I felt really bad. That is the truth. She felt bad. But she had to understand because you guys have been talking. But then that doesn't mean she wasn't offended by what you say or what you did. This is a pageant. Be more polite. Be more nice. All of you guys are the same. Poor, rich, here we don't care where you come from. We don't care how you are treated at home. As long as you are here, all of you will be treated the same. I have a beautiful home where I come from, but I'm here, standing in front of you guys, being burnt in the sun with all of you. I have a 14-year-old child that I have left, that I love dearly. I should be with him, but I am here because all of us are the same. We are all being treated the same. So you cannot be acting all perfect, all separate from your friends, all bougie and stuff. You were supposed to come back on the 7th. You missed the sashing ceremony. You missed the interview. You missed the photo shoot. And you know what? We've been looking at you. Do you really think these girls don't see? They don't see what has been happening? They do. They really do. And this is where we get questions or accusations of, oh no, she was the favorite. Because if you're going to miss out everything and
Let's take a break from all that hit and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back. You're still watching Road to Miss Universe Zambia 2025. We move to the next day where Mwene follows up with the conversation after other contestants accuse her of being unfriendly. And some say she was threatening them.
Good afternoon.
I want a recollection of what happened this morning while the management team was away. I'm told there was a confrontation amongst the four of you. So please narrate to us what happened.
So when we were from eating breakfast, Namakao and I were heading to our room so that we can go and pack. Then we found Mwene getting pictures on the mirror. I said sorry as a polite way for us not to be included in a video so that we can go. And then she cut the video. She said, now that you are here, why didn't you guys confront me rather than standing up and saying things? You could have just kept quiet and said what Miriam said in a polite way. What did she say?
She said, why weren't you guys diplomatic about everything, like how Miriam was, instead of you coming out and saying that in front of everybody and nobody put a gun to your head for you to stand up and say that. So I asked her, you wanted us to be quiet. You'd have been diplomatic about it. Nobody pointed a gun to your head. And so they were going back and forth with Monde. So they were like, Monde was like, no, this. Monde is like, no, this. Then Monde is like, no, step back. Don't come close to me. You're going to get hurt. So,
you said you were.
Monde, please.
Don't be a liar. You're already a liar and you're lying.
And
yes, let them play back the cameras. You are a liar, Mwene, and it's
so
not good.
Mwene, you can't say we're lying because me and Monde can't sit here and start saying the same things. You can't. You're seriously saying me and Monde just started making all this up, saying no. She said you're going to get hurt. There are cameras, yes. You told me to narrate to you what happened when we came to get the Mwene.
You were even skidding when telling me you'd say, don't come.
Step back, you're going to get hurt. You're even rolling your eyes.
Didn't say that. You said I was going to get hurt. So you think Namakao and I can come here and just say...
You think you don't have things to do for us to start lying about this?
What happened?
She came in last, so she had nowhere to sit. So she came to sit on our table, where I was seated with Faith, Kunda, Mary, and Paris. So Kunda, Faith, and Paris left. It was me, Mary, and Mwene. And then Mwene told Mary to say, excuse me, can you move? I want to talk to her. So that's what she said. Then she said, then Mary was like, you want to talk to me? They said, no, move, I want to talk to her. Can you come and sit here? So at first I thought, let me just hear her out. Maybe she wants to apologize. But her tone of voice was not okay. So I just said, let me just give her a chance. And I sat down and she goes like, can you repeat exactly what you said yesterday? I said, I started repeating what I said yesterday when you know exactly what happened. She goes, no, you need to repeat what you said yesterday. Don't be a coward. You're being a coward. You're a coward. I said, Mwene, I don't have to listen to this and I don't have to listen to you. I'm leaving. And that's how I walked away from her.
Okay, since you spoke first, I'll say, I did not tell you. What did you say I said? I said I will hurt you.
You get hurt.
No one said you'll get. I don't even use that language. I don't threaten people. I do not threaten. I did call you a coward because it's very cowardly of you to come to. You could have easily. First of all, before this trip, we spoke to each other. We took pictures of rehearsals. I was tagging you, hee hee ha ha ha. As soon as we come here, change.
You only take pictures when it's beneficial to you.
Let me speak. I gave you a chance. You could have easily said, hey, I didn't appreciate XYZ. For you to stand up openly in front of everyone and say, you did this.
You're an adult woman, you know exactly what you are doing. Not everybody has to point out everything.
It's rude to speak over someone when they're talking. Please let me speak now. You could have easily said, hey, I didn't appreciate XYZ. And even when I spoke to you this morning, I said, you could have easily told me that. I had no issue with you prior. I would happily let you borrow anything else except from lip gloss. And it's not a you problem. I said, I'll happily share wigs. I even gave you my shoes because you said, remember your shoe broke in rehearsal. I said, you can have my shoes. They're my only pair left. and I have big feet. It's very hard for me to find
But
shoes.
if I remember, you specifically told us to say we were lying yesterday. Now
I'm
you're
not
saying
speaking
that the
of you.
lip
Let me
gloss
speak.
is now
Let me
true.
speak. Let me speak. I even said, and it's on record, I said I do not share lip products. That's with everyone and anyone. Unless you're, of course, my mom, my sister, okay, fine, sure. But at the end of the day, I will not share lip gloss. I'll share everything else, wigs, clothes, makeup, anything
What
else.
time did you come back last night?
In the evening.
When dinner was done, it was time for you guys to come upstairs. What time did you get back to your room?
I got back at midnight. I was on the phone.
Midnight.
Yes.
Who allowed you to stay out midnight?
No, I was taking work calls.
Who did you tell you were leaving your room to go out and come back at midnight? Who allowed you?
I didn't know I had to request. I finished
Who did you
packing.
come? Did you
I
come
didn't,
here?
I didn't come to anyone for permission.
Okay.
I will apologize for that. I didn't know I had to do that.
Morning. You came here as a team under Miss Universe management. You didn't come here on your own capacity. You're not here on your own vacation. When we release all of you and say it's time to go to your rooms, you go to your rooms. When you need something, no, you can't always be saying you don't know. You don't know.
I didn't want to disrupt my
no,
roommate. I didn't want to disrupt my roommate.
no, you are getting out of hand. If something happens to you, or if somebody saw you doing something, or if anything happened to you midnight, you're not in your room while your friends are in their rooms, what is it that you expect us to tell you parents?
I was in the foyer. I was very visible.
It doesn't matter where you were.
There was staff around. I wasn't by myself.
Why do you...
They told us 21:30.
At 21:30, Ms. Martin
when we were
mentioned
eating.
when we were eating. Everybody should
When
be
you gotta
there.
stop this.
I didn't do it on purpose.
No, you have to
You
stop
do.
this. Don't have excuses to everything. It's okay to take full responsibility of your actions without making any excuse. Winnie. No, a queen doesn't behave like that.
I do apologize.
You are talking.
Sorry.
I'm talking, you're talking.
Sorry.
Come on. Come on. Even if it's working with us, would you work with us?
I will.
Because no, already you don't look like somebody who listens. You talk, you defend yourself, you have excuses to everything, you're fighting with your friends, and you can't even say, I'm sorry if I was rude, I'm sorry if I did ABCD. You can't take full responsibility of your actions. You're always coming up with excuses. You want to argue, she's talking, you're talking back. I am talking, you're talking back. When 9:30, all of you goes back in your rooms. You are outside, midnight. We don't care what you were doing. We are trying so hard to try and change the image of modeling industry in Zambia. But you are not making it easy for us. Imagine if somebody saw you midnight doing whatever you were doing. Do we even know what you were doing?
Yeah, I was on the phone.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You didn't tell your coordinator. You didn't tell anybody. Not even in the group. Did Gila know where you went to?
But why are you saying that you were around this? Because we left that shadow at 23 hours.
23
I
hours,
was
that's when we
passing here.
left.
There was no money in this
I was
space.
right there.
So you saw us when we were leaving?
No.
Mwene, I think you've become a bit unruly. Like I mentioned yesterday, no one is here to babysit the other. We are all adults here. The youngest person we have is Namakau, who's 19. And we are not here to baby her. You're a full-grown adult, and I feel you can't listen to our instructions because of the same. You're already an adult, you're grown. You know everything you're doing. Your friends have complained a lot. After yesterday's confrontation, I actually expected better, not the worst that I've heard today. And this is not something that this organization would deal with. We do not have the energy to keep talking about one person and keep putting it in one person.
I actually babied you once because your coordinator called me and told me you don't even go to the gym. We've had problems where models will go out there and say, oh no, she is the favorite. Oh no, Even if she does this and does that, they never say anything. I told Melba, I said, okay, let me try and talk to her. I called you, Money. Didn't I call you? And I said, you need to put in effort. You need to do ABCD. You and I had a conversation. Even if something happened tomorrow, people shouldn't feel like, oh no, maybe we favored you or anything, because people see this. I babied you. I did that. Not because you're special, but because you know what? All of you guys are the same. I don't want anybody to feel, oh, you are special and the rest of them are not. All I wanted was for you to put in as much effort as your friends. But no, Winnie. Yesterday you called all of us liars. All of us. You called us liars, which is very demeaning to your character. I don't know what we are. You know, I don't know if we are fools and we can take everything. Your friends are lying. Yesterday, everybody lied. Today, everybody lied. You don't even see anything wrong. We had this conversation last night, morning. We had this conversation and we said, okay, we'll talk about this. You even came to me and told me, Alice, can I have a word with you? What did I say to you? I didn't push you away. I said, yes, later, not now. Because we were on the boat having fun. You couldn't just wait.
I was happy to wait.
But you didn't wait. For you to go and confront your friends, you didn't wait. Why should they be diplomatic when they are hurt? Why were you asking them, why were you not diplomatic like Miriam? You and Miriam are close. And that's the reason why she was being diplomatic. But even her being diplomatic, she did say that she wasn't happy with the words that you used. She did say it.
But may I have permission to talk? But I have to defend myself if people are speaking poorly and lying. They were lying.
But why did you tell them to be diplomatic if they were not saying the truth?
Because there's a way in which you can say things without putting someone down. The way they orchestrated their message.
Commanding your friends to repeat everything she says.
Can I speak, please?
Are you calling the shot here that you should be commanding your friends and have them
they're free to talk and say what they want, but what they should say should be honest. What they were saying was not honest. The only honest thing that was said was that I don't share lip products. Everything else was made up. It was made up, and I was, sorry, let me speak please. I was told already by my coach, because this has happened in my previous pageant. The roommate I had set me up. No. I've never said that. It's even on my Instagram. It's all over my Instagram. This is my 4th pageant. I've never said that. But anyway, there's a way in which you can say things. And if I have to stand up for myself, I think, as someone that's very, even though you said I'm not kind, I've been described as kind, and it wasn't my first time.
I didn't call you unkind. I said it was so unkind of you chasing a kid away and doing what you were doing at the charity event. That's what I meant.
Oh, and you said something
I didn't call you unkind, so don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, maybe I misheard. Okay. But with the wipes, when you said this boy, someone needs to feed this boy, that's when I got the wipes to clean my hands.
You chasing the little girl that came to have a picture with you, was that being kind?
I wasn't chasing anyone.
So she lied too?
I didn't chase anyone.
No, she lied. So even Mwanga lied?
Yes. That's what
Why is everybody lying?
Because it doesn't seem like everyone. It seems like...
Why is the majority lying against you?
My coach said it's because they see you as a threat, so they want to eliminate you. They want to get rid of you. That's what she said. Because why else would you make up lies and try to get rid of me?
Wait, what cloud are you on?
I haven't done anything to you. I've done nothing but...
Wow. This is where you're getting it wrong from. No one is seeing it
as a threat.
To be honest, when we're here, we are putting in effort.
We are all working hard.
You have to understand, say, me, I don't see anyone as a threat because
I don't. That's not, those weren't my words.
No,
but why else did you make up lies?
Wait.
What lies? What lies? When this is not my first encounter with you.
We don't have anything.
We've got things to do.
So do I. But I'm trying my best.
I have to focus with my nuances.
Everyone has things to do. Everyone is trying their best. I'll speak for myself. That's what I'm asking.
You're trying your best how? They say call time is 11 hours when you come for gym 16 hours.
We're all talking at the same
I can't
time.
focus on you as a threat when you can't walk, my dear.
But
you don't know how to walk properly.
I can, and I'm getting coaching.
No, you
It was my
don't.
heels.
You don't.
Because I was,
Wait, you are afraid
no,
how?
No, my heels that I was wearing weren't comfortable
Which
heels.
heels?
The heels I had to
No.
You worked on yourself.
When I even in block heels, you can't walk.
No one is perfect. And I'm working on my walk, and I have a coach.
That's why we are learning from each other.
Exactly. So why are you making up lies?
Then you should learn. Because if you see
Why are you
yourself,
making
you're
up
always
lies?
Nobody's making up lies. Just learn to take accountability and apologize.
But it's not.
Be
I don't sit alone. I sit
self-aware.
next to people and then they move away.
Nobody cares enough to lie.
Yeah, now you ask yourself why people move away.
Exactly.
No. It's because you've got a problem.
No, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
No. You
Just
need to
work on yourself. You are the problem.
What is the problem?
When you are here, it means to say, no, listen. When you are here, you are here to learn. I myself, I didn't know anyone. I'm close to Messi. I'm literally close to everyone.
No, but you're not. You're not close to everyone.
Hey, I'm close to everyone. Even you, I used to
You're
talk
not-
to you.
yeah,
Even
exactly.
sometimes
But
you
why on
push
this
me
show
away
you
and not
changed?
try to answer me.
She's not changed. You've just shown your true colors,
No, I have
Monet.
not shown anything. I've
No.
been nothing but kind. And then
To
you
who?
stand up and make
To
up
who?
lies. And then
Kind
when
to who?
Sorry, let me speak, please.
Kind to who?
Let me speak.
Kind
And
to
then when I
who?
confronted you this, would you rather I stand up in front
Kind
of
to
everyone
who?
and
Your
say,
kindness
"Mama,
is so
what did you
fake.
say?"
You are so
Let me
fake.
finish.
No, you are fake, and you're wasting our time.
Let me finish.
Let
You're
her
wasting
talk.
our time, please.
Let her
That's why I
talk.
wanted to speak to you one to one. I didn't want to
please.
publicly humiliate
Let
you.
no,
I'm
let her
saying,
talk.
Mama, stand up.
Let
This
her
person
talk.
stand up.
Let her talk. Let her talk.
I wanted to thank you. I wanted to talk to you individually because I don't see the point in humiliation. I want to make friends here. I'm a very active learner. I love learning. Please let me finish. Please let me finish.
Mercy.
I don't know. As I said, I was even in prayer yesterday because it's spiritual warfare. I have not done a single thing.
Jesus.
I understand I've made mistakes, but also with the miscommunication, I've even got a new number now so I can receive notifications. Because I was receiving some notifications and I wouldn't receive others. I have a problem with my network. I even kept asking Queen all day, please add me to the group, please add me to the group. Because I'm not seeing these messages and it just looks like I'm lost. So I've corrected that now. But it's not fair to make up lies and then try and diminish someone's character.
I have a question for you, Manu. You just said most of the girls are not close to you because they are threatened by you.
I didn't say that. I said my coach said that when you go to these pageants, you have to be very mindful because the girls are going to be competing, so they may see you as a threat. So they'll make things up.
But you just said these girls are making up stories because you're a threat. That's what you said.
I said my coach thinks I'm a threat.
Is
So
your
is that the
coach here?
reason why? No. It's just online. So that may be the reason because I honestly don't know why else you make up stories.
When
Someone, that's the moment. One girl yesterday stood and said, you came in heels when we went for cooking, and they said she was lying. Do you know that thing was broadcasted online?
There was so many things said yesterday, all at once. I was not able to track every single thing that was said.
But yet you called them a liar.
Hey, Nanaka.
There was about 12 of you.
When Perako ishta Nanaka, my child Nanaka. You don't understand, Bemba. I am tired. This is exhausting. We've been and we are working extremely hard, my chance. You want to go far in the modeling industry? I will learn to listen. Learn to listen. Whosoever coach that is coaching you is not Zambian. This is Zambia, my dear. You work with people. These are your family here where you are. You cannot feel like you're an island and you look down on your friends. Go and tell your coach that Alice Msukwa, who has been in the industry for over 14 years, she said, you're actually a fool to tell me that whosoever brings a complaint, then they are threatened by me. He's taking away from you. Do you understand me? Humble yourself, my girl. Humble yourself. Don't feel too big. There are girls here that are very tiny. You can't even see them. But people are seeing them. You cannot feel like a giant when all of you are fighting for one thing, which is a crown. You are here to make sisterhood. You're not here to feel you're better than others. You're not here. All this is so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Trust me, as you look at me here, I did Miss Universe Zambia 15 years ago. I still respect queens that came before me. I call them big sisters. Even though I have advanced in my modeling career, when I see them, they're my big sisters. You will never see me try to argue or make myself feel bigger than them at ABCD because they have been in the industry longer than me. Humble yourself, Mwene. Humble yourself. You do something wrong, it's okay. It doesn't take nothing away from you. I am sorry, Mercy. I didn't mean it. You know what? We can work together. Kabaso, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it. Just be a nicer person.
I just wanted to know why. That's it. I just wanted
Your
to know
attitude.
Why.
You called me a liar. I saw you with my own eyes. Do you know I forced you? No. Do you know I forced you to cut that? I'm talking.
I thought it was my turn. Sorry.
I asked you to cut that cabbage. You know why? Because everybody complained that you were the only person who was not doing anything. The only thing you were doing is you cut little, you asked somebody to take a video of you, you were making content. So to you, content was so much more important than what we went there for. It was a day for those little kids, not for us to make content. But that's what you were doing. And because I was trying to be diplomatic in your words, that was the reason why I came to you and I said, oh, when you come here, show me how you cut Zambian way and English way cabbage. When I've been to 43 countries. I've lived in 2 countries where you see me here. I left Zambia when I was 18 years old. Lived in South Africa for good 10 years. Now I live in the US. Trust me, you go ghetto, I go ghetto. I would never change who I am. I'm Zambian. I speak Bemba most of the times, not because I can't express myself in English, but you know what? I'm fully Zambian. I'm proud of who I am. And I don't care what people would say. I will never change. I am fully Zambian and I am proud. So you can't come here and act as if nobody has ever taught you how to cut cabbage. They were all laughing at you. I'm telling you, I'm your national director. Everybody was making fun of you. You thought it was the right thing to do. It was all fancy. It was all classy. No. Calm down, sweetheart. Really calm down.
Can I just say, from the time I arrived, I was helping, and there's even video footage because I was recording myself. Me and Katemba were cutting all the tomatoes that were in the food. Okay, I'll show you the video.
Ladies,
I'll show you the video because I cut all the.
talking.
Can I finish, please?
I am talking. This is too much. It's exhausting.
It is.
I know the decision is going to be drastic, but no, my mind is made up. When your journey ends here.
Okay.
Give her a second chance.
No.
Give her a second
I've given her more than 2 chances. This is no, Alice. I can't be no. I can't be hearing threats. Right now, some girls here feel threatened. I'm talking. Don't make me lose my mind.
Give her a second chance.
No, Alice, I'm not doing that.
Let her get to the sack and
No.
let her think about it. Give her
As
a
we
second
get
chance.
on that bus, this is the last activity you're doing with Miss Universe. Your journey ends here.
Give her a second
If you
chance,
need me to put it in writing so you can give it to your coach, I will do that. But this is it, we are done. These girls that you see, they are all coming from different backgrounds that you know nothing of. They are working hard to be here, and I can tell most of them are grateful. If you feel you can do better, you can have better, please go take part in those pageants. Here, we have failed. We are not having it. This is too much. Maybe next year, if you feel like being a better person, come back and reapply. But for this year, I do not have the energy for that. When your journey has been cut off, you have been disqualified from this competition. I'm sorry. Ladies, it's time to eat.
Give her a second
No,
chance.
Alice. No, go and eat. We're out of time. The bus will be here.
Because we were just complaining for her to like
Give her a second chance.
I was raised by my parents not to
Can you sit up?
disappoint people, so I don't want to be held as someone that has made her come out. I am pleading, please.
Please. Sit up.
The same people that you sent, the same people that you've been trying to beat up, they're the same people that are fighting.
That's such a shame.
No, Mwene,
Why are you bullying me?
Listen.
Why are you ostracizing me? I'm trying my best.
We're
I understand.
bullying
you.
Yes,
We're bullying you.
because you're ostracizing me. From the time I got in, you don't see me as a Zambian. I notice. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that supported me. It's a shame that I've been ostracized and been targeted, but it was whatever's meant to be will be, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and thank you so much for watching. And you can follow my journey on Mwene Mandarin, and I just want to say I am a proud Zambian, but I also share Jamaican heritage, and I would never threaten anyone or do anything to diminish anyone's character or lie upon them. And I'm a very honest person, and I put God first, and God is my witness. Thank you so much.
That's it for now, but you get a full look into the Livingston takeover on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.